Something really sad just happened. I started recording Lone Legend to Diamond. I was really excited because I haven't recorded in a while. I was like, alright, I'm gonna play Zol. New character, or new canon. I'll be able to test it out, and we'll see what happens. You know, maybe I could learn a little bit. Maybe I could give some tips and tricks. And my mic was muted because I was recording gameplay yesterday. I lost the last match. I was so flustered. It's really sad. But, you know, now we're gonna focus up. Everything's fine. Computer is running. Mic is on. No problems here. Let's see what these players are doing that maybe I can take advantage of in this game. So right off the bat, this Ragnar. Oh, I didn't think that last hit would hit me. He dodged out of my string, which is something that players in the last episode were not doing. So that's already a step up. It makes my job a lot harder. Also going for these options that will try and trap me. This Kai was not dodging until that very last one. So I'm guessing an end sig or a down sig, yeah, will come out very soon. Seems to like a lot of signatures. Oh, I whiffed. And not really helping out their partner when I'm juggling them. There they went for a risky recovery. Probably because their partner was getting hit by a lot of damage. And they panicked a little bit. Very obvious side sig, but I kind of missed it a little bit. Missed the mark. Will they go for it again? Yep. Tried to jump out. Ooh. Whiffed a bit. Should be fine here. Yep. I didn't even see what happened to Kaya there. But the Ragnar is basically backing up and positioning for these signatures. But if you recognize that they're doing that, you can just walk forward towards them, make them panic a little bit, and you know, make their jobs a little bit harder. If someone keeps backing up on you, and you're whiffing because of it, you're probably whiffing because you're making your attacks obvious. If you approach more with movement than with just purely attacks, you're gonna find a lot more success. So here they're backing up for the signature. I walk into it because I'm a good gamer. I thought they would dodge in because that's what they did last time. That's what they did that time too. No dodge in. There's a dodge in. There we go. Clean that one up. So yeah, the Ragnar was going for a lot of options that didn't really put much pressure on me. They were more expecting me to approach and to stuff out my approach than approaching themselves. And that does make my job a lot easier, if that's the only thing they're doing. Obviously mixing it up will make it more difficult, but you know, if you're not mixing it up, you're always doing the same thing, then people will be able to catch on and have a little bit of an easier time dealing with it. Alright, Miami Dome here. So neither of them went for the weapon, which in a proper 2v2 game would be a bit of a disadvantage, at least in the beginning. Alright, so that Jiro did not dodge at all when I was nearing them, and they kept fast falling into it. So I'm guessing that they're going to be the type of player that also dodges in and uses a lot of signatures, given how they want to enter the combat right away. Yeah, you see how they're just like ground pounding to get back to the stage. They're going to be rushing a lot. At least that's the type of player that I feel like they are. Jumped right back onto stage after being hit off. Yeah. A lot of side signatures. Covered eye, bit obvious. Yeah, every time they whiff, they're going for an attack, pretty much. So, yeah, these types of things make my job easier as like trying to punish. Because if I don't know what they're gonna do, obviously, it makes trying to hit them a lot more difficult. There I went for a read, didn't land it, but it's alright, I didn't get punished. So you notice I've been able to get that Sair. That's because they're recovering in the same way every time. There, I just mistimed it a little bit. Going for a side sig when I'm not really there. So that's another thing, is they didn't really know where I was going to be, so they tried to predict it with that. Missed the mark a little bit, but I'm good. I'm chilling. So basically Spear has a hard time killing on the ground. Hattori has side sig, so that's pretty much all I need to worry about on the ground. In the air, there's recovery, there's Sair, there's all that jazz. Okay, maybe I'm trolling a little bit now. Cannon also doesn't have the easiest time killing sometimes, although I am Zol, so a stray nair will do it. And that was just an all or nothing ground pound. Probably expected me to Sair into it. I mean, I kind of almost did, but, you know, dodged out of the way. Had a safe time, had a good time. We're good. Okay, got a Q. Queen Knight and Orion. So this is a team that's really good at, like, area denial, controlling zones. Lance and Spear, really good at that. Katar's also, with dash impulse, like dash sidelight, can control a lot of space. So right off the bat, this Orion, I don't believe they know many strings, given how they went for that sidelight and then didn't do anything after it. I feel like an otherwise like more experienced player would go for more of an extended string. But it seems like they're just like throwing together attacks. They do know to dodge out of that, or they do know to dodge out of that, but oh, I got hit. I've been doing that recently, where I haven't been doing that before, so that's something to be aware of. You see how they recover high, because they were like kind of scared of my edge guard because I went out before. Yeah. I'm assuming that at this level, not a lot of people are edge guarding them when they recover high, so they're able to get away with it. So that's just what they're used to. You see how that Orion was floating? What did I do to counter it? I went up myself because I knew that they were going to land with an attack based off how they've been playing so far. So. Oh, I was not even looking at that Orion. That was a good edge guard. Cover their teammate. Protect their friend. So yeah, to beat that float, I just mashed them in the air, waited for them to come down because they used all their resources, and that's one way to handle it, for sure. I expected that recover high, but I didn't do much about it. They're making their intentions very obvious by backing up like this. Yep, that's gonna be a recovery, or a ground pound, that is. Is Queen Knight gonna ground pound? Yeah. My flux is turning on, my screen is changing color, and it's making me lag. Hopefully I won't, it doesn't show up in the recording. There, I was just waiting for that to hit the Nai. Mash jump, once again. Typically something that people do when they want to get right back to stage right away, because being off stage is uncomfortable position. They mash jump so that they can get back up. It makes sense. I mean, that's what, like, my instinct is too. You gotta fight against that instinct, because that's actually the easiest thing to cover. So right now, like what I talked about in the last game, is like avoiding the aerial options. This Queen Knight is also dodging in every time they get knocked off stage. I'm not doing much about it because I'm also not that good at cannon. But I definitely could be doing more. Expecting a signature very soon, because I clocked into the red. Yep, there it is. Queen Knight, slow signatures though. If I'm up in her face, it makes her job a lot harder. And I also have a bunch of options I can kill. That was actually a really good Sair. I'm not sure if it was intentional, but they totally like crossed up my movement, because Sair has a lot of impulse in that direction. But there I just positioned 2 recoveries properly so that they out-prioritized the ground pound. Positioned it right at her head. Got an achievement. Let's switch up the legends here. Let's play some Diana. See what I can do with the Bow Master. Okay, got a match. Princess Bubblegum and Vector. 2 lances. Yeah, a lot of space control in this one. Especially on a map like Great Hall. Can be a little bit difficult to deal with because they can just land on the platforms. Let's see what I can do. So this Princess Bubblegum dodged out. After I did that, I dodged out of that one. Ooh, I am lagging a little bit. That's alright. Recovering outward, but to no avail. Yeah, so this Vector is attacking like where I am and not like where I will be. Ooh, I could have comboed off of that. I was not in a proper position. You see how they're trying to sandwich me right now? It's because like that's a very straightforward way to get team combos. Oh, that was almost dangerous. That Sair was very obvious. Oh, I missed my last air. That was unfortunate. But I got the KO anyway. There we go, that should do it. I'm in a good position. So the difference in these players is they are mixing up their, or they are like playing some defense, they're dodging, but they're not really mixing up their movement at all, so their movement is really obvious. And their options, it almost seems like they're scared to attack. When like in a 2v1 situation, like I should be the one that's scared to attack, you know what I mean? Also the Vector not really helping out when I pressure the Princess Bubblegum a lot. They keep throwing their weapon down every time they do that. So I was able to maneuver around where I knew they would throw the weapon. Not quite landing that N-Sig, but they're patrolling this top platform. I'm just floating around, trying to be a little bit tricky. I didn't think they'd go for that downlight. I thought they might be a little afraid to, but I got the KO anyway. Let's play some guns. I was playing bow all game, so maybe show off some gun gameplay. Also, I need to turn off my flux. I really do. So they also like back up a lot. Well, I didn't know what SIG that was. I am not familiar with Vector. Alright, let me turn off my flux. Disabled until sunrise. We're good. Oh wow, this game looks a lot clearer now. I really hope that didn't lag my recording. It might have. I thought they would dodge in because they were afraid to be off stage, given that their partner died off stage like every stop. They actually don't seem to dodge very much in general. Thought maybe they'd recover high. Went for a bit of a risky option, I can afford it. So this player is also just like backing up and hoping that I approach them. But if I mix up my approaches, it makes their job a lot harder. And then they're like more afraid to attack because what they've been doing is not working. That should do it. There we go. Okay, okay. Climb in a little bit. Let me switch up to the double Diana, you know. Gotta have some consistency. Alright. These fast cues are very okay. Hopefully y'all don't think I'm like trying to bully these players or anything like that. I'm hopefully that doesn't happen. And please in the comments don't bully them either. This is like, I mean, I'm pretty much smurfing if you think about it, which I don't feel good about. So hopefully I can give back in some way by giving some tips, tricks, maybe some habits that you may be struggling with on your own. So that was a bit like a risky GC because it means they can punish me. Something that you can do in a 2v1 is after landing a hit, sometimes you just need to get out of there so their partner doesn't interrupt. So rather than going for a string that you could hit, sometimes you just gotta accept that you're not gonna get it and move on from there. Oh, that was a bit of a tricky situation. This Orion used all their resources, which is a bit risky. I don't know why I did that. I dodged right into that one as well. That was a bit of a trap. I got trapped a wee bit. You know, not a situation you like to be in. So that was an example. I just dodged out of there because I knew that the Nyx was coming. So Ryan doesn't seem to be dodging very much. That Nyx was very afraid of my my edge guard, so even though I didn't land the ground pound, I was still able to. They moved really far away. Not really dodging out of these strings. High recovery. I could extend it more, but the Orion was there. Made me a bit afraid. I was almost like that. Almost hit me. That was bad positioning on my part, or maybe it was good positioning. Yeah. Oh, I was not ready to punish that. They're making their movement really obvious, going for the weapon. I mean, y'all could see that, right? They were going for the weapon. Y'all knew. I knew the Nyx was like afraid, so they went for a spot dodge. And by afraid, I don't mean like, I just mean like afraid of getting hit. Oh, bit of lag there. So they're going to be using a lot of signatures. That's what they've shown before. Nyx interrupted my edge guard. I could have killed the Orion there. Was not able to. Not the end of the world. Oh, wrong way. Oh, the Nyx saved my life there. That was a risky position to be in. I saw a dodge. Trying not to save them there. They were good anyway. Oh, they were a bit too high for that. For the weapon toss. Weapon toss. The weapon toss into recovery, so I wasn't able to get the kill there. But I'm in a good position. I have the stocks to handle it, and they recovered high most of the time, so able to catch on to that habit, get that edge guard, get the dub. All right. Up next. Crystal Temple, maybe? Mayhaps? Hopefully. I want some jams. I want some tunes. I don't believe I have any map banned, so we'll see what map it is. A Hattori Ragnar. Two very common 2v2 characters. What can I say? What can I say? I wished it, and Blue Mountain gave it to me. Thank you, Blue Mountain. Alright. So this series is a lot of trying to understand the other player's habits very quickly, because I don't have much room to work with. Okay, so this player likes to go for extended strings a lot. Yep. So if I dodge right away, I should be fine. And they also don't dodge very much. I'm assuming they probably also like try and wake up a lot, because that's often. Those go hand in hand a lot. So I'm actually keeping them both in the corner right now, which is very, I don't know. I shouldn't be getting away with that kind of thing. So that was a good interrupt by the Hattori, but I can afford to take those trades right now, honestly. You see how this Ragnar is like really scared of getting me in close range, so they're backing up all the way, and they even backed up so much that they went off stage when I was approaching with bow. Ooh, that was a good insig. Recovery? Going for it again. That's also a habit that most people have. After doing a signature, so many people just go for a signature right away. That was really bad. But Ragnar kind of helped me a little bit. That was a bit BM. It was a bit extra measure, but you know what? It actually helped me get up on the stage faster than I would have normally. I would have otherwise. So, because I got the chase dodge. Oh, a little bit of teleporting starting to go on, but that's alright. So, they're afraid to use their kill options now because I've been punishing them for it. So the Ragnar just even threw away his axe. Oh, that saved. Threw away the guitars because I've been avoiding them pretty well. I'm actually dead here if they edgeguard me properly. Let's see. Yep. Honestly, I was not dead. If I dodged up and did a nair, I would have lived. Or if I did like a GCN light or something. Oh, Hattori went for it was the right idea to try and interrupt. It was the right idea. Not the best execution, but you know, at least you went for it, right? There we go. All right, I'll do one more game. I think I'll do one more game. And we'll round out the video with some. What map will it be? It'll be. I don't know. I'm feeling the Demon Island. Wait, that's not in 2v2. I'm feeling Shipwreck. I'm feeling Shipwreck. I'm feeling Shipwreck. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. That was close. You know, this is still a ship. This is just like a flying blimp ship. You know, this is what I meant by Shipwreck. I mean, I'm gonna wreck on this type of ship. That was so bad. Okay, so that Zariel, I was able to get away with that because I held in a lot. Or because they held in basically the whole time. So I was just able to position where I knew they would be. Oh, I thought I was the other Diana. Maybe it's better that I'm playing as Zol. Maybe it's. I'm looking at the wrong one. What am I doing? I'm like, why am I not attacking them? What's going on? What is going on? Okay, let's see. I'm pressuring them by being here. Baited out the dodge. Able to get that recovery. They dodged in. Not able to get my downlight. I was thinking maybe I could knock the Zariel into their teammate's attack. That would be interesting. But it does have reduced force. Okay, let's see how they edgeguard. Very straightforward edgeguard. I mean, I was able to avoid it because I knew it was coming. But if the Queen Nai was there too, like if the Queen Nai helped out, that would have been a confirmed kill on me, so. Alright, let's talk about Sig Spam a little bit. Signatures, they're called heavy attacks for a reason. I mean, some of them act more like light attacks, but that's another topic. They are easier to punish, especially if you can predict them. So like, I know these players are mostly going for signatures, so like, I know how to position to avoid it. Oh, I stared the wrong way. That was a good recovery. That's something that I wouldn't expect most like lower level players to do. So that caught me off guard, and that was good. Oh, I ran into that because I thought they were trapped. That was so big brain. Okay, I normally don't compliment myself very much, but that was actually massive cranium. Do you see I reversed the side light because I knew, or the side air because I knew that side sig was coming? Ugh. Okay, that's what I mean by hitting them into their friend. All right, hopefully you learned a little bit. I climbed a little bit. Hopefully the game didn't lag with my flux. All right, I'll see you on the next one.